Father's Day to everyone out there. I think every day should be Father's Day, Mother's Day, Children's Day, People's Day, and all that sort of stuff. But if you are celebrating, obviously give your fathers a great big hug. For everybody who has a father that is in the spirit world, I'm pretty sure that they are hearing your prayers and your messages and even your cries if you're missing them today. For all the fathers out there that, you know, can't see their kids for any particular reason, my thoughts and prayers go out to you too. You are not forgotten. And to, well, I can't say I'm a single mum anymore, but to all the mums who play dual roles um, in life, both mum and dad. Happy Father's Day to you too. Let's just celebrate everybody. So, yeah, so there's probably a lot of people that are busy today. There has been a bit of an issue with receiving notifications about my lives and stuff like that. So, I'm just going to get into it today and one on one on the camera. But yeah, I'm just going to get into it. I obviously am going to channel in some psychic insight and guidance for the collective. So, majority of you may come and see this in the replay. I'm going to tune in and see what's happening in the current energies, especially with this beautiful full moon that we've got going at the moment. Like I said, there's a bit of a delay in the chat and stuff. I'm noticing. I've yet to fix that up, so I don't know what's going on there. But you'll just have to be patient. Hey, LG, so good to see you. I'm just tuning into the card right now, but we have a full moon, which is an awesome time to release as per usual. So it's a really big time. I've been saying it for the last few weeks that it is time to say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. So I hope you're being a willing participant and you're just wanting better for yourself. And hey, Dan, how are you? Wendy, good morning. I'm so glad you could join. So glad you could join. Yeah, I hope you're doing your spring cleans and doing all those wonderful things. These are activities that we should do and processes that we should do all day, every day. But when we're working with the collective energy, it's great to know what's possible coming up. It's great to know that there are tools and skills and tricks and hints and tips and perspectives that you can take on now to change your life because now's all you have. Now's all you have. So, oh, it's windy in Melbourne, is it? Is it chilly too? Hey, Cara, it's so good to see you too. Thanks for being here. Oh, I'm glad you were looking forward to it, Wendy. I love doing it too. I'm just trying to get more consistency. Yeah, it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. But I love getting on and feeling your energies and thanks once again. If people do want to book a private reading with me, as you probably may have heard on my other media platforms, um, I'm letting my website go for a little bit. They had malware issues and there was a lot of stuff going on there, and I just took that as my sign to maybe rethink my platforms and stuff like that. So if you do want to book in for a private sesh, you can message me on any of my social media platforms, but you can also just send me an email to misspsychicd@outlook.com. The link's in down below. So, hey, Adash. Oh, nice. Wind and rain. I was talking to my crystal lady yesterday, Vicky, and she's very much similar to me. Her energy gets very influenced by obviously the seasons and the elements. So, yeah, the wind has certainly shook things up for people. And yes, the shower is definitely cleansing. So, it's nice that you've still got 22 degrees though, there, Wendy. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, for those who are new and you haven't seen them before, hi, Janu. My name is Danielle, but my working name is Miss Psychic D. I'm a natural born channel for spirit. I channel their psychic insight and guidance, which is what you call predictions. I call them possibilities because you are the creator of your own reality. No matter what psychic, what astrologer, no matter what anyone tells you out there, you are still the creator of your own reality. So your thoughts and your feelings and the way you show up in life and the inspired action steps that you take, they're all the things that are going to bring in these predictions for you. So my job on this planet is to offer you the future possibility So I do this in one-on-one readings, and I also do it here for the collective. I show you what's psychically possible to come up for you, but we also give you the high perspectives and the guidance to help you shift your energy, maybe give you a new thought process or give you some hope or just some support. That's what most people just need to help you shift your current reality, your current vibration more towards receiving those juicy things that you need. So, yeah, a little bit different to a lot of people out there. I do use the cards as my tool because I'm an energetic timeline reader. I'm reading the energy of things, so the collective messages will stay a little bit broad because you're all thinking your own things and doing your own things and having your own experiences. But at the end of the day, the spirit-led guidance is a spirit-led guidance, and it's very law of attraction based. So always just take what you need and leave the rest. You're more than welcome to go out, check out other lives, other videos and that I have put up. Follow along at home on my social medias for little daily tidbits and stuff like that. But I'm basically here to help inspire and in turn hopefully motivate um, people who actually want to create a change in their life. So all right. So I'm not going to muck around today. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to tune out of my 3D mind and tap into spirit mind. And I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer my beautiful community members and everyone that comes and watches the replay. Hey, please do subscribe. The more that you subscribe, like, comment, or whatever, you're actually inducing energy into my platforms and into the live. So that's the energy I'm really reading for. And anyone who anticipates coming and watching the replay, because I know you all have a life. And I'm glad that you have a life that may not be able to catch it live. So I'm going to start with some secret language of darkness cards. I want to check into what may be a shadow aspect of self that a lot of people may be experiencing right now. So in human words, it might be the injustice, it might be the negative part. But the shadow parts are those aspects of self that are being called to transmute and alchemize right now. So ah, hello, I am. Most enjoyable content. Thank you, I am. That's so nice of you. Oh, Kevin. Let's just say bye bye, Kevin. Uh, that's okay. So, if I do have scammers, I don't think have any mods on at the moment, but if I do have any scammers, spammers, or any just nuisances, please just ignore them. No need to come and defend or stick up for anything. Just ignore them. Hey, Rosalie. Hey, Lisette. It's good to hear you. Have you all here? I just said hear you, so I'm hearing what you need to hear something. Buddy. Ah, where have you been? Where have you been? So good to see ya. Feel ya. All right. So let's get into a shadow card. If one wants to come out, they may not want me to touch this subject today because a lot of people are probably sick of their own shit. They're sick of the world shit. They're probably sick of everything. They just want, oh, there we go. They just want something juicy to happen. You've been upgrading. Well, welcome to the upgrades. I hope you are having a great time. All right, the cards that jumped out. Oh, God, this come up for me yesterday. Guilt. So this is shadow parts of self. So maybe you're feeling a little bit guilty. Guilt come up for me yesterday. Personally, um, a past stronghold is no longer true for you. So Spirit have always taught me that guilt is such a wasted emotion, but it is an emotional that we all have in this 3D experience. And I'm not even going to really talk on that because I'm still working my way through it. And I don't want to come across like a hypocrite. But guilt can come up in so many ways, you know. But the most important thing is that we can't change what we did an hour ago, a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, or anything like that. So if you are feeling guilty about something right now, it's probably really important just to tap into what that specifically is for you and find peace with it to some degree. Peace only usually comes from allowing yourself to reach a higher, broader perspective. Um, and not to beat yourself up and um Sorry, they're telling me a message. I think I need one more. Yeah, because what they the second card we actually got was defense mechanisms. So I think if some of you are in a state where you feel like you always have to come into defense, or you're having reactions to things and stuff, you may want to have a look into the area of where you feel guilty for something. Soothe uncomfortable situations or thoughts. That's really big for shadow work right now, so much so that I'm creating my spiritual toolbox. And if you haven't seen it, and now my cards are all back to front. Um, if you haven't seen it already, I've I'm putting together some affirmations and self scripts and some mantras that I used when I first started my journey because I had such a negative mindset. I still have aspects that still are at play due to trauma and stuff like that. But um, because I was so different and I just didn't fit in this world, I couldn't get help and support in the physical form that I felt like was conducive to me. So what I did is I started changing my mindset. I started changing my thought processes and my belief systems. By doing that, I researched, I learned, I read books. This is going back 30 years, so they didn't even have the luxury of podcasts and all that. But I spent hours in libraries and all that, just learning and taking what I need from that literature and stuff like that. And I actually, because I wanted to think better and feel better and didn't want to go down the mental health route like the rest of my family, I started using mantras and self scripts and affirmations and all that. And there's a bit of an art to that, but I'm compiling something at the moment. If you do want to get your hands on an early copy, I did put a link on my Facebook page the other day. Unfortunately, with links, they don't show up much in the algorithm. So if you want to know more or get on the waiting list for that, just use my email address down below and I'll add you to that. But I'll share more on that coming up. But it's really, really important at the moment to really take care of your mindsets, especially your internal dialogue and the way that you think and speak to yourself. And yeah, I knew this was going to back it up. We're going to this up with integrity. So it's about standing in your own truth, standing in your own power, knowing that no is a full stop answer. A lot of people just don't agree with how other people do things, and that's okay. But I get this a lot when I'm with clients or watching comments online or anything like that. They're sort of still programmed with other people's beliefs and other people's truths and other people's way of doing it, especially in the coaching teaching industry. You know, a lot of there's a lot of people out there teaching others how to do certain things when it comes to activations and integrations and all that sort of stuff that I'm finding a lot of seekers are losing their own integrity. They're losing their own truth and they're doing it how they've been taught, but it's not working for them. So just be mindful of that if you are on your own spiritual growth journey, who you listen to, what you apply. Your soul knows. Soul has been calling out for you really all week leading up until this point. It's kind of like go for that walk or have that apple or drink more water or do a meditation or ring that friend or do some journaling or whatever it is, your soul knows. So be integral, stand in your own power, listen to what soul's calling you to do moving forward. And if you do that, then your defense mechanisms will certainly drop, and obviously, the feeling of guilt will also be erased as well. So that's the shadow part of self. So a past stronghold is no longer true for you. Stand in your integrity. Be loyal to your innermost truth. Be mindful of what you hear, see, and take on from others, including myself, and check in on any sort of defense mechanisms that you do have. All right. So now we're going to get into the tarot. Tarot is my fortune telling tool. We're going to take that and say thank you very much. At least it's something that we can keep an eye on if something comes up for us. And we're going to get into the tarot. Tarot, once again, is my fortune telling tool. And I'm going to ask Spirit to give us some insight and oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I love this. Okay, the first piece of guidance that I can give you right now is to avoid gossip. avoid drama, chaos, conflict. Most of all, what the energy I got from the first message here is to stand integral in your truth. Just because someone does it one way and gets a certain result, that doesn't mean that that's going to work for you as well. Learn about the law of attraction because it's as real as gravity. It's at play in our lives every day. It is true. Our feeling, our vibration, and our energy is what attracts our outcomes. They are generated by our thoughts, the thoughts that we think, the feelings that we feel, how we project, what we project into the future. I have been saying to a lot of people, and I put a post up the other day about this, be very, very mindful as to which path you choose. You can choose the healing path, which is obviously you go back and address experiences. Some people even go as far back as past lives. You can go back and do all that. Um, in a belief that if you go and clean all that up, then you'll be able to have a happy, rich, fulfilling life now. I'm not here to judge anyone's processes or whatever, but you've got to remember that the more that you activate things in the past, especially anything that's unwanted, less than, triggering, annoying, agitating, conflicting, whatever, in your 3D experience, you're going to either have guilt come up or your defenses are going to come up. And in turn, you're projecting more of that energy into the future. So you will have new experiences with people, places, things, environments, job placements, all that, that will back this up, that will exhibit that past behavior. If you are, a lot of people that I've been speaking to this week are actually tapping into more deliberate creation. So you have learnt your lessons, you acknowledge that nothing's going wrong, everything's going right. There's a lesson in everything. You're shifting and transmuting that energy and you're replacing it with something better. So if you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And it's time to focus on those things that you do want. The reason why I say that is because everyone's experiencing a tower moment anyway. This is where old things need to fall away so new things can take their place. A lot of people see this as a terrible thing, but it's actually a really good thing because it's about creating energetic space within yourself so you can welcome in this juiciness that's coming in here. I'd love to show you the cards. I might be able to just show you a bit, but you get flagged for nudity and stuff. So, yeah. Um, but there is so much fulfillment that's actually coming in for you guys. I have been predicting that 2026 is going to be an absolute corker of a year when it comes to actually living the life that you desire. So we've been given the gift of lineal time right now between now and the end of the year to really start pre-paving our energy, to get our thoughts a little bit more clearer, to clear up that emotion. It's not saying that you're not going to have emotion, that you don't feel it, you don't, address it and go with it, but you've got to move through that feeling so you can move your way up the emotional scale rather than keep using the past and picking up your precious energy where it is and going back in the past and trying to clean that up and reactivate it. So, because you will only manifest more of the same. My nose itches when spirit are really close. So if you see me scratching my nose, I'm trying to do it ladylike, but they're going crazy right now. So I'm from Australia, Bob the Builder from Australia. So yeah, so over the coming, they want me to stick with the next 3 months. There is a possible contract that's coming in for each and every one of you. And what I love about when they show me a contract like this is that it's going to bring stability and security in for you. So some of you may secure a new home. Some of you may secure like an actual shop front or business of some sort. Some of you may be taking your relationships to a higher level of commitment. So this can be, if you're single, you might get into a relationship and start a new soul contract with someone. If you're in a relationship, it may turn into engagement. If it's engagement, it may turn into marriage. It can actually be the opposite too. It can actually be relationships taking their course and it's actually been undone by divorce and court papers and stuff. So I know a lot of people will see divorce as a negative, bad thing and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you're not aligned, you're not aligned. And it's divorce isn't a bad thing. Why stick around and stay miserable and log a dead horse? You know what I mean? Your purpose here in life is joy. And that's it. Hey, Lion, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while. The purpose in your life is joy. It's about waking up each day, wanting and desiring to feel better, filling your days with inspired thoughts, inspired actions, and inspiring people and inspiring daily routines and practices and all that. Everything that's for your highest good because you'll never stop growing. you'll never stop expanding, you'll never stop learning, you'll never stop the contrast, which is the unwanted. The unwanted only presents itself because you've outgrown that past version of self and it's time to move forward. There's a lot of fulfillment. I just want to use the word fulfillment that's possible coming up, but you have to prepave and prepare your energy for something that you are calling in for yourself. Because I'm hearing threefold, threefold, whatever this is going to come in threefold. So this, I don't compare, but because I read energetic timelines and I have my own community energy that I actually read for, a lot of you may find that you're coming out of an energy of what you felt was famine. Everything's going wrong, nothing's going right. I haven't got enough money. There's no love in my life. My friends suck, and all that sort of stuff. You're going through this famine, which is lack, scarcity, not working out, into a time of feast where everything will be working out, that everything's coming back to you threefold, that there's stability and security that's attached to this for you. Some of you may literally be signing a contract. Um, some of you really need to follow your passions a lot more. What are you passionate about? Create a list today under this full moon. A lot of people do use the full moon to release. I think if you're going to release something under this full moon, do your soul a favor and actually replace it with what it is that you do want. If you don't want to be walked over or treated like a doormat anymore, you want to be respected, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be validated. Um, if you're seeing a certain amount in your bank account, what would you rather see? And put that down. When it comes to your ideal physical self, how many kilos do you want to lose? How much do you want to put on? I mean, it goes both ways. What do you want to achieve? Maybe set yourself a little mini goal before the end of the year and give yourself something to shoot for. But there's definitely a massive shift coming in when it comes to value and what you value in life and the value that others bring into your life. Rainbows could be very significant as well. So some of you may be receiving your signs and synchronicities in rainbows. It's a huge time. I'm getting burps. Some of you do need to purge. You really do need a purge of some sort. What you need to know, hey, Chris, good to see you, sweetie. Um, this is a cycle that's ending for the majority of you in your life, but a lot of you aren't choosing to release that. And maybe it's not choice. Maybe it's just the fact you don't know how to. Stick with people who coach and mentor you and support you on how to do that. Now's the time to nurture and nourish self. Come back to your own integrity. Do what's right for you. Some of you may have some type of financial windfall as well. Because I feel like I'm receiving something and I get to put it away for a rainy day. So but there's something significant. And if you could just close your eyes for a minute and picture one thing that you're calling in for yourself, what I see coming in is that thing that is for you. You just got to keep an open mind. It may come in a way that you don't expect or in a costume. I have people come to me sometimes because obviously I do the coaching and the mentoring as well. And they say, I want a red Jeep with this tire and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I can only pay this amount for it. And then they see a white Jeep with different tires and, it might be just $1,000 more than what they're willing to pay. They don't see that as their manifestation. They see that as that's not exactly what I wanted. So just be mindful of that when it comes into your experience moving forward. This is going to be an unfolding. I need to let you know that we've been programmed in a world that for some reason we need instant gratification. And 9 times out of 10, that instant gratification, it is only because we want to feel better. So take care of your emotional selves right now. Choose better feeling thoughts. Just choose to wake up and be willing to learn something new. Hey, Kat, it's good to see you too. Because taking care of your emotional health and well-being right now, especially if you are feeling guilty about anything, especially if you find that your reactivity and your defense mechanisms are coming up real hard. Some of you may be sabotaging things in your life. That's what this tower is here. But spirit are calling you to come home to your own truth, your own integrity, and don't do what everyone else is doing because you may not get the same result. You need to follow your own internal compass. right now. Well, you should always follow your own internal guidance and compass. When it comes to matters of the heart, relationships, connections, friendships, all that, smoother waters are coming in for you. Some of you do. I'll keep getting. You need to honor yourself and give yourself permission to have time out to sort your freaking energy out. um, Um, when it comes to work matters, work endeavors are going to take off as well. So if you're putting out or projecting a new business idea, or I've helped a couple of people this week with their business ideas and stuff like that. Um, a lot of the business people that I've been working with are experiencing more of an intuitive type business. They've done all the courses and that, and they're still not getting the results or whatever. But I've been helping them sort of do it more so intuitively, and it seems to be working for him. I think that's the overall message here is that all our senses are being heightened right now, and our intuition, our clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience, it's different for everybody. Everyone's got different strengths in that, but that's being really activated right now. And Spirit are asking you to get up into alignment with it. Some of you do need to create some new daily practices for yourself and be a little bit more consistent in that. Some of you may need to have to sit with a teacher or a mentor or be tutored in some type of way just so you can get up to speed, especially after this tower moment. There's definitely a need for support. I will be hosting, maybe at the end of September, an online event via Zoom where you can come into my little classroom and you can bring your troubles and worries or concerns or questions in there, and I will help answer them for you. um, Doing that in person towards the end of the year as well. But on a psychic level, you guys, it's all about writing a new story, taking care of your self scripts, your affirmations, how you talk to yourself, readjusting maybe your lifestyle and your routines and your habits to make them more conducive with where you're going, listening to your internal guidance system rather than listening to what everyone else around you is telling you to do. If you have a prayer coming in for you, you've been asking for something, it's the first thing that comes to your mind. It's going to bring you in. Not only is it going to bring you emotional fulfillment, which is the reason why we want anything in life, it's also going to bring in some type of value, some sort of money, some type of success here. So if you're in a 9 to 5 job, you may get that promotion. If you are self-employed, you may get an influx of clients. If you just I just got told, feel the fear and do it anyway. If you just put something out there, maybe it's going to be your number one seller. Had a friend do that with a book recently. So scared, spent 4 or 5 years trying to get it out there. Just, it's just never felt complete for her. So she just felt the fear, did it anyway, chucked it out there, and it ended up on number two on Audible or something. Like, sometimes you just got to YOLO it, eh? Take all emotion out of it and just YOLO it. Hey, Alicia, so good to see you, gorgeous. Double rainbow for Wendy. I love that. Well, that's confirmation. Spirit of hearing your prayers. We just got to get ourselves into alignment with what it is that we desire. So, because we are ending a cycle, don't be afraid to go in a hermit mode here. Rest, nurture, take care of yourself, get your future creative list going. And hey, Canada, how are you? 777. That's a good sign. Some of you may have a little bit of a windfall. This could be tax returns in Australia, I don't know, but I'm not feeling it's that. I feel like we went out for dinner last night, and when I was walking out, I literally saw the Keno machine, and I don't like games of chance typically, but um, my inner self said, next time you come back here, put that on. So I'll let you know. But follow that internal guidance system right now. See where it leads you. All right, let's go into some mermaid and dolphins and get some healing messages for you. I know doing the oh, thank you. Yeah, look, explore your options jumped out. Maybe now's not the time to put in physical action. We are all programmed and trained that action leads to results. It does to a certain degree, but there's no point putting in pushed, stressed action because that's efforting. When you work with the law of attraction, the only effort you have to put in is to think better, is to feel better, is to um Open your heart up to I just heard, open your heart up to receive. Your actions should always be inspired. Oh, that feels best to do today. That's in alignment with where I want to go. I'm going to go do that. Just say if you're going on a health kick. Oh, I feel like checking out that Pilates session, that Pilates group down the road. I might just go source them out. It doesn't mean you have to go and join up. Go suss it out. Get amongst it. Check out the faces of the people in there doing it. Look at their physiques. Is that the physique that you would like to have one day? Imagine what it would feel like. Imagine what it would feel like to go in and stretch your body and feel really good about yourself and walk out going, I did it. And it was only 40 minutes. And get into that sort of vibration. The same with money. I love money. Money loves me. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from multiple sources. Money's just energy exchange. If I do what I'm passionate about, the money will be a natural byproduct to that. Develop a healthy relationship with money, if it is. If it's relationships, picture yourself around fun, frisky people, and where would you be, and what would you be doing, and under this full moon, go into the daydream and the visualization of all that. And if you're really struggling right now, if you're at this lower end of the scale here and you are really struggling, if you want to look back at all, go point out three wonderful things that have happened in your life. It could be the birth of your children, can be the day that you did get the job of your dreams. It could be the day that you, I don't know, won something unexpected, that someone actually showed up for you, whatever it is. Whether it's one thing, two things, three things, go back and regurgitate that stuff. Replay that stuff. Tap into the feeling of it. Because what you're doing is that when you remember these wonderful things, the universe doesn't hear your thoughts and your words, it's hearing your vibration. And what you're basically saying is more of that, please, more fun, more laughter. In my case, no more babies, but I like the feeling of, um but more of that, please, more of that, please, more of that, please. Honestly, there's 101 ways that you can shift your energy, but it does have to start with your mindset initially. So knowledge is power. So explore your options. Now's not a time for action necessarily. It's about exploring your options. Make a wish. Place your order with the universe, what it is that you want, because spirit are telling you that a wish is coming in for you. It's definitely coming in. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Start enjoying your life a little bit more. It's not meant to be hard. You got music for manifesting as well. A lot of you may be naturally being called to listen to certain songs. Maybe you're receiving your downloads and messages and songs. Maybe this has got to do with somatic exercise. If you've got stored trauma in your body, you've got to start circulating and moving your physical self. Put on a song. It's like 5 minutes long. 5 minutes out of your day. Everyone's got 5 minutes in their day to make a conscious choice to feel better, to release some of this stored emotion. Get dancing, because it says to manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. So keep doing. You got a new dawn. So a new beginning is coming in for each one of you. The collective, it's going to be different, but one-on-one readings, I have to say, and I take on some of the information received from spirit in one-on-one readings as well. There's a significant shift that's going to happen over the next 3 weeks. So the card literally says the worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. But you yourself have to let go of the past. You have to let go of less than feelings like guilt, worry, um, judgment, injustice, all that sort of stuff. You've got to get the help that you need if you do have some very strong defense mechanisms. You might fight, flight, freeze, all that. That obviously needs the psychological support for that. The holistic psychologist, if you can't afford outside help, there are so many resources that you can embrace and use, books that you can borrow from the library, podcasts that you can listen to, videos you can watch on YouTube. I've recently come in contact with a really good app. It's called Noah AI, and it's like now become like my best friend. So you can go on that, ChatGPT. A lot of people use that. There's so many, I don't, me personally, doesn't matter whether you've got negative $1 million in your bank or $1 million in your bank or whatever, there is always something that you can do for nothing that's going to help you move forward. And we also got synchronicity card as well. So I put this out there the other day. A lot of people are seeing their signs and synchronicities, and it's absolutely amazing. Classic one for me. I don't know where it's gone now. Oh no, I will get it. Classic. This is classic synchronicity, right? The classic synchronicity is um, someone was saying to me yesterday that they received all these unexpected resources, and I said to Spirit, I tell you what, it'd be really, really nice if I could receive some of these unexpected resources. I'm open to receive Spirit, surprise me, delight me, bring it all in for me, and all that sort of stuff. And I just left it alone. Didn't think any more of it. Then we went for a walk yesterday afternoon, and I looked down, and there was this marble that was on the road, on the side of the road. And it may not mean anything to anybody else, but I literally asked Spirit the other day to guide me to some new processes that I may need to do um, when it comes to shifting some of the stuff that I've got. And they referred me to the Esther Hicks marble game. And I went, oh yeah, yeah. It's literally on my thing to go back and read and watch or whatever to look into because I really don't know anything about it. Anyway, and yeah, and when I was walking yesterday, I find a marble on the side of the road, which is my sign to go back and check out that marble and put some inspired action into that process. So signs, synchronicities, they don't always have to be numbers, they don't always have to be feathers, they don't always have to be anything in particular. It just if you're really mindful and you're intentionally working with source in the universe and you ask them for something specific. I share another story quite often is when I didn't know whether I was going to move from New South Wales to Queensland. I didn't know whether I should do it and all that sort of stuff. And I said, Spirit, show me a yellow balloon. Show me a yellow balloon if I am to move to New South Wales. If not, that's okay. But I kind of need a bit of help with my solution, my answer here. And I take my kids to the park a couple of days later in the afternoon, and here's this big yellow balloon. It's probably the photo of it's probably here on one of my things somewhere. Up in the tree. I don't know how long that balloon's been there for. It was yellow. It was bright. It hadn't popped. It it was just sitting there, and I went, "Thank you." And then I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks later, I moved to New South Wales. So the reason why I say this to you is that if you start building and developing a really nice connection with Source, and by the powers of the law of attraction, you will receive the unique signs and synchronicities that you need to help you move forward. Um, Maybe some of you need to do that to get your belief back. So entertain it. Entertain it. Say, Spirit, show me three purple elephants or something really random, something that you wouldn't see every single day, and then go about your business. But keep your soul open to receive it because you might see it on a t-shirt, you might go to an art gallery and see it in a picture, you might see it on an ad on the thing. It can come up in so many different ways. But your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So remember, we've all just placed new seeds. If not, that's your guidance. Place these new seeds and make sure you water them. Make sure you water them. And if anything less than comes up, give it a bit of airtime. Try to process through the emotion, whether that's by yourself or with the help of support networks. And you're going to pop out of this death experience. And here's the new dawn, the brand new beginning, a brand new timeline. Just been a year wondering, keep a roof over my head, but weird things have kept it happening so far. This weekend scares me, but I've been there many times. What's happening, Kat? I'll come back and answer some of your questions shortly. Happy to do that. Um, we'll just keep going with the collective and I'll come back to yours. To anyone asking. But I'm going to pull some Divine Master card. Look, they fell out by themselves. And healing light. So some of you may want to get a healing yourself. um Wellness is unfolding. Know the healing is a journey. So it goes back to what I said originally about picking a lane, so to speak. If you're really, really sort of self-actualized and stuff, like me personally, I heal as I go. So I don't personally believe, this is just my own belief. And isn't it funny, I've got green on today? Green Tara, healing light, and I'm wearing green. Synchronicity. Um, where was I going now? I personally don't believe, and this is just my own belief. Everyone can do what they want. I don't believe that we need to consciously and intellectually pick our energy up from where it is, purposefully go back into the past to try to sort that out. I just don't believe in that. Um, but if you do that, find peace with that and know that it will pinch you off from the source of supply that's coming in for you. Um, I don't even know where I'm going with this story, really. But I do believe that if there are some aspects of self that do need some form of therapy or healing or support, so it could be psychological, it could be the fact that you're stuck in a two-way street at the moment, a bit of a bypass or the hallway experience, as I call it, or whatever. You may need a psychic reading, or you may need some type of help or support or a shamanic healing or something just to help you shift that energy. Um, that's we encourage that. That's probably more better for you. But we also got trust the process. So a lot has got to do with trust, faith. If you don't have faith in something, you're going to fall for anything. So even if you don't believe in spirits and you don't believe in guides and you don't believe in Jesus or you don't believe in anything that is in the non-physical realm, call upon your loved ones, your ancestors, those that you know have walked amongst you, walked beside you. Call upon them. They're in non-physical too, and they've got all just as much power. So create space for divine order to unfold. So you've got to get out of your own way. That means getting out of your own head, opening up your heart space a little bit more. I'm not saying that you just blink your eyes and this is done. I feel like I need one more. You blink your eyes and it's done. It is a process, but you've got to have faith and trust that there's something greater than yourself out there and that there is help and support out there for you if you need it. It's very, very healing. Look at that. I said I need one more and the spiritual awakening card come out. So a lot of you, majority of you, all of us really are going through a spiritual awakening. It's just not, a lot of us don't know what to do with it because we don't have any knowledge. And when you don't have knowledge about something, or you don't have the wisdom or the perspective or anything like that, um, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. So interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. I would get my nose in a book and I would start learning out the reasons why you're here. I would love to touch on that, but I'll be here for another 3 hours. But everyone's going through a spiritual awakening right now, and we have to create a connection with spirit source, knowing that you are an extension of non-physical. So you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Good morning, kitty kitty. Good to see ya. Trust the process. There's healing light that is being sent to you all, but you've got to be open to receive it. You can heal yourself with green light. I literally healed someone the other day that had issues at the base of their head and stuff. Spirit guided me too, but I just had to sort of push some green light into the little vessels and stuff at the base of the neck and that, and apparently it's still okay. So you can do this yourself. I've healed myself from I had a 3 point something, a very large cyst with a daughter cyst inside it on my ovary. And at that time, I wasn't in a position to go and have surgery. So I used the green Archangel Raphael light. I just put it all through my body and I focused on that area. And I believe I did some sort of psychic surgery on myself and stuff. And then the next week, when I went to have it re-examined and stuff, they couldn't find it, and it hasn't been there to this day. They said, "Oh, it must have popped. It must have done this. It must have done that." And I went, "No." And I believe I healed myself with that. So you can do the same thing right now. You can do the same thing. So chuck on some music, loosen up your energy, create a relationship with source. Know that your prayers are being answered here. There is value attached to this. There is um, financial, I just had financial freedom. So I'll just say it how I'm getting it. But there's also emotional fulfillment coming in for you as well. So I'll pull a liquid crystal oracle. So we'll get a crystal for the week and see what crystal that you may be drawn to. I would guide everybody at the moment to get your hands on a piece of black tourmaline, not black obsidian, because black obsidian actually isn't sometimes good for people with mental health concerns, but get the black tourmaline. You don't have to cleanse it or anything like that. But if you're under psychic attack or you're picking up the energies of others, always wear it. That's this one here. Wear it all day, every day. You don't have to wear it in a necklace form. Just get it in a stone. I get all my crystals from the Crystal Gift Boutique here on the Sunshine Coast. Wiki does do online orders as well. This the quality and the knowledge, the quality of these crystals and the knowledge that Wiki has is a must see, a must experience. But if not, you can go to your local supplier. That's cool too. But I would get everybody and encourage everyone to wear black tourmaline. I even put some. I've even got. Oh shit! Like get a thing with your get a little crystal and pop it in your water and infuse it. Mine's nearly run out, but I've got a smoky quartz in there, so activate your waters as well. Anyway, so many things. I've got a spiritual toolbox coming out. So if you want to know some ways that you can keep things spiritually simple, and these are my true trialed and tested things, keep an eye out for that. All right, let's get a crystal. What crystal? All right. I think this came out last week. This came out last week. Oh, I could be wrong. But we got blue lace agate, which is calm expression. So if you want to do yourself a favor, obviously, when it comes that we the funny thing is that we got these defense mechanisms, I have been known to have a little bit of a banshee type of reflex where I don't hold my tongue and have no filter. So I'll take this. But if you are someone who physically or emotionally or verbally has outbursts and stuff, maybe some blue lace agate, maybe I'm saying that right, will help you with some calm expression or at least calm you in some way. So yeah, let's go. So I hope that made sense to you all. It's very difficult for me at the moment. I'm going to be really honest to read for collective energies because you're all calling out for something else. If you do want to book in for a one-on-one session with me, I do it via phone, FaceTime, Zoom, when you can get it recorded. Um, the opportunity to have it in person is available as well if you live or wish to travel to the Sunshine Coast. Um, if not, tell me where you live down below because we're thinking about hitting the road in the next month or so as well. So, if you do live local too and you'd like me to come to you, obviously there will be a bit of a travel expense, but if you want me to come to you, I'm happy to do that as well. So, yeah, all right. So, we've got 10 minutes. I'm happy to jump in and help you with some of your questions just to help you move forward. All I ask is if you could, because this is actually teaching you something. Obviously, I honor super chats typically um, as a guaranteed response because it's an energy exchange. But if you would like me to answer something for you, even if you could just like the video or share the video or subscribe or put some positive energetic investment in, that's that that that's all that I need. All right, Kat, I promised you I'd come back because what you've got going on is very, very active. All right. So what I love about your comment, Kat, and thank you for being so open and transparent on such a public platform as well, is obviously we need to come back to basics with you. Give yourself permission to come back to your now and say, okay, this is how it is, and this is my truth. You've written it down here, so write that down in your journal. And then go back and revisit it because if you know what you don't want, you know how it is, you know how you want it to be. But for you first, and this will go for everybody as well, it's about creating that feeling of safety, stability, and security in your energy to the best that you can, first and foremost. For Cat, I feel like I need to write some affirmations for you. So I am capable. I am good at what I do. Some I am statements. I would, if I was in your physical shoes, I would come back to self and start listing and going on rampages of personal love and appreciation for who you actually are and what your skills and your talents and your specialties are. So that would help empower your mindset a little bit, and it just frees up space for new ideas and new thoughts to come your way. Oh, thank you, Wendy. You're next. But for Cat, let's just see what's coming up for Cat outside of the uncertainty and non-clarity. Let's have a look what's coming in for Cat. Oh, you have some type of positive partnership coming in for you, Cat. This could be a business partnership, or it could be a personal partnership, or getting on the same, or a work partnership. I heard your begging days are over. So, Kat, you have a belief system within yourself, and I don't know whether you're aware of this, that um, I don't know, you got a couple of things going on here. I keep hearing the word see things at face value. You are manifesting something here, but there may have been a time in the past where you kind of fell into an illusion, but that's only because you didn't have your own story straight. I know this sounds easier said than done, but that's a spirit-led guidance for you, is that if you were to tap back into your strengths, even if it's just between now and my next live next week, if you humor us just a little bit, because of the collective energies how they are at the moment, if you do that diligent work, go, I don't have to worry about my money right now. I don't have to worry about where I am or how it currently is, because how it currently is merely a byproduct of where I've been. So I'm going to cut myself some slack. And I'm going to humor Danielle and Spirit just a little bit here. And I might do that. I might grab a piece of paper or get your notepad on on your laptop or whatever and write down, you know what? I am a really kind person, and I'm really good at this and I'm really good at that. And I deserve money. I deserve money. And um, I'm capable of many things. I've made it this far. I made it this far, and I don't have to have it all figured out right now. So if I just lay down some of these worries and stuff, I'll create a God box. Get a box for yourself. Call it your God box or your spirit box or your universal box or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. It's all the same as spirit. And if you do have a worry, a burden, a concern, or something, write it down. Say thanks, spirit. Pop it in your box and go take care of that for me. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to cook myself something lovely to eat. I'm going to go on a walk and I'm going to kiss Mother Nature, Mother Gaia's ass, because, they're doing a great job at the moment. And I'm going to focus on all the really good things about me. So even though I'm saying this to Kat, I feel like anyone who's watching this or going to watch the replay could really benefit from the same thing. This is the energy work. This is the energy work. You have a masculine energy that wants to step forward to you with an offer of some sort. Growing up, my shit bag father drilled into my head that all I'd ever be good for is being a beggar. Can you imagine? Well, isn't it funny how I said your begging days are over? It's really important, Kat. I have to say this to you very point blank in that, because we're in a short time frame. But it's really important to remember that you're not your father. And you can start unprogramming his belief systems that are now being stored within you, because I know you don't believe that. I know that you're a sovereign being, and you do have free will. You were born with free will, and you're very capable. With the magician here, you're very capable of having what everybody else has. But sometimes we've just got to give them a fuck you. Like, just feel that feeling, but don't stop using them or anyone in your past as your excuse not to move forward. That's what it really is. And you have a masculine energy. I do see it being a male, but sort of don't attach itself to that, because I'm reading the energy of it. Can be a very masculine female, but you do have someone that wants to come in and help you in some way. So I feel like this is October, November based on the current energy. But if you go into those I am statements and you start feeling better about yourself and you say, fuck you, dad, you did a real shit job. on Father's Day, or you even just journal it out. And you, this is what annoys me, is that there's nothing wrong with that feeling. If it's only wrong if you act upon it, you know what I mean? But it's okay to have that feeling, and it's okay to feel that way. Express it, let it out. It will be replaced with something better, especially when you tap into those I am statements and you watch the flow start coming in for you, because I see it coming in for you. The second 2 weeks of October seem to be very significant. So write that down. Keep getting 14th, 16th, 18th, or something like that for you. And yeah, as soon as you turn your back to this, as soon as you turn your back to old limiting beliefs about yourself that were ingrained by people of your past who didn't know any different, who wanted to keep everyone on the same level as them, all that sort of stuff. Um, as soon as you release that, but I love that you've been journaling about it, but now you've got to replace it. This the current energy is calling for you to replace it. You've got to replace it with something better. Fuck you, Dad. I'm not a beggar. Everything comes to me easily and effortlessly, and I'll prove you. That's better. That's better. It sounds confrontational in the human form, but that's better than carrying the weight that you're carrying right now. So there's going to be a shift in your work sector anyway. There is stability and security coming in. Like I said in the collective reading, it's going to come in threes, but that's the energy work that I would encourage you to do right now based on your current situation. So yeah, hope that helped you, doll. Wendy, do you have a question? Have I missed it? I'll wait to see if Wendy's got a question, but I'll answer Lisette. Thank you so much, Lisette. It's a really kind energy exchange. So based on current energies, will my job situation improve? I'm looking for a better paid job. Right. There's something coming. I don't know whether you got a sore lower back or hips or something like that, Lisette, but I've got a feeling that I've got pain down my lower back or throughout my hips. It could even be pelvis, but I feel like it's radiating around there. Spirit is saying if that is happening, that's because you don't feel supported. Yeah. There's some type of justice that's coming in. I feel like this can be legal justice as well for you, Lisette. So um for you, it's about laying down. I just had swords of truth with you. The funny thing with your energy, Lisette, is I feel like energetically and vibrationally, you've let a lot go. You've released a lot, but once again, it's not being replaced with anything. I have to be honest, I feel like you've got an emotional offer. So I don't know if you're seeing anybody or you've got yourself out there or whatever, but I feel like there's two things that's coming in for you. This can either be a trip, meeting someone on a trip, because I'm actually seeing a relationship for you. um look, I think you're one of these energies that are where they are for a reason right now, and that's to help you clean up. Yes, spot on. Love. Okay, lower back pain. So, like everything, there's a lot being illuminated within you right now, and it's time to do that healing work on that side of thing. Um, I have to say it. I know you're asking about work, but they're showing me a romantic opportunity that's coming in, or a new friendship that's got a financial connection to it. Look, see? Even got the 10 of cups here. Because I'm not doing a full reading, I would, if I was in your physical shoes, try to find some peace or softer feeling emotions toward your work sector, because I feel like once you become a little bit softer in your energy, even if it's support is on its way to me, it is safe for me to be supported. I am willing to release the need to control my outcomes and allow myself to be surprised and delighted with the multiple ways that things can come in for me. Because I feel like it's going to be a relationship. And then when you get into this relationship, then my home slash work sector will be fixed, sorted anyway. That's the thing, Lisette. That's the thing. Our spirit only give us what we need. Not always what we want. You do have a work, you will be getting out of your work, but there's something about this energy coming in first. You're welcome, Kat. Yep, same cards again. You're in a time of release, darling. Um, but yeah, you've actually got a relationship coming in. I'm not saying that you would go for someone just because they have money, but I feel like if this person, because I feel like this person's got stability, financial and emotional stability, and I feel like because they've already achieved that, they're just waiting for you to get up to speed with that, and that's when you two will align and meet. If not, it could be the fact that you'll meet someone through work and develop a relationship, and then both realize, God, we hate this place. Let's go. It can happen in so many different ways, but I feel like this connection's coming in first. Yeah. So sometimes just changing jobs, changing places, just changes the problem. So be mindful of that. I'm a firm believer that everybody that's here and watching, myself included, we are where we are for a reason right now. And that's to clean up our energy, think better thoughts, feel better things, do more inspired action, all that sort of stuff. So, in the next couple of weeks, when these karmic rewards start flowing in, these opportunities that keep coming up in the collective reading, we are ready for them. We're not going to sabotage it. It's not going to pass us by. Um, we're going to be truly ready to say, yes, please, more of that. So, I hope that helped you, Lisette. All right, Wendy, am I on the right track? I've been using scripts and tapping to let go of what is no longer serving me and bringing in what I desire. I feel things shifting. Oh, yes, they are. That's the thing at the moment, even I'm feeling it. I can feel something coming, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And I'll say it out loud to some people, and they'll go, "What is it? What is it?" I go, I don't know, but at the end of the day, I don't care because if it feels good and it feels better and it feels frisky and it's giving me something to look forward to, kind of like when you place your order with Santa for Christmas and you know on Christmas Day, you're excited for 2 weeks, you know. Um, it's just with you ladies, there's a divine partnership coming in for you too, Wendy. Someone very emotionally available, very intuitive. I want to say to you, Wendy, what you wants you to. I see the next port of call coming in for you is a move. There is a definite relocation, and that's where all your opportunities lie. Soulmate connection. I've got to be careful showing the cards. King of Cups. You're the High Priestess. You're going through a spiritual awakening as well. I'm going to be honest, Wendy. I'm going to say to you too, it's about keeping that emotional regulation going because I see emotional fulfillment coming in. You can't make this shit up, eh? You got the King of Cups and you got the King of Pentacles. When you truly step into your own worth and you see how much value you bring to the world and you visualize and mentally and emotionally attach yourself to bigger ticket items, shopping from the nice part of the store, living in the best suburbs that there are, whatever it is for you. I don't know I don't know what's going to come first. It could be either. It could be the fact that you move and you meet this person and have this wonderful union, or you meet this union and from this union, this is what you get. There's financial flow coming in where you can pay off debts, pay off. I just got told release the burdens, whatever burdens that you have, whatever's hanging over your head. Same card of the collective. This is a dream come true for you. So keep getting excited. Keep asking in it. Keep saying, Spirit, keep this feeling going. And in the meantime, I'm going to go run, skip, have fun, play, hang out with friends, do whatever you need to do. Patience is going to be the key at the moment. It really, really is. So don't worry about the when am I going to sell? What am I going to do? The logistic, strategic, who, what, when, and why. Just be at the moment. That's all I can encourage everyone. Just be, just appreciate. And if you are going to look back in the past at all, go back and look at all the wonderful things that have happened in your life and bask in the feeling of that, because you will manifest more of the same of that. If you are going to go back and try to clean up mess, injustice, all that sort of stuff, you're just keeping that active, and you won't have a happy life. And, depending on how old you are, you don't want to turn around and say, God, I'm 70, 80 years old now, and I've been worried about the same old shit for so long, and I've got absolutely nowhere. And, this soul contract sucked in this life. Your soul contract isn't meant to suck. You're not meant to actually come here and clean up karmic messes from past lifetimes, contrary to what other people um, say and tell you to do. Personal choice. But at the end of the day, yes, you have had past lives. But when you come into this life with this soul contract, you have the contract all right, but you also have sovereignty, and you also have free will, and you also have different influences. And due to those different influences, you are going to make different choices and decisions based on the influences around you. So there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to living in this 3D experience and stuff like that. But the main thing is that you do have your sovereignty and you do have free will. So it's up to you to use them wisely. You either can choose to get bitter or you can choose to get better. And that's where we're at right now. And if you don't know how, it's about learning new ways that you can think differently, feel differently. Maybe you do need to see psychologists, psychiatrists. It's a holistic approach to life. It's not always going to be one thing or another. So if not, book in for a psychic reading, and I can like tap into your energetic timeline and see where you're at as an individual, where you are now, and work out your direct, you know, navigation steps for you as an individual. But if not, like I say, stick in communities that are doing the work, that are doing it, that are practicing what they preach, that aren't putting everybody in the same basket and charging you an arm and a leg for the privilege. So, yeah, I'm going to go. I have a couple of readings this afternoon, so I must fly. But happy Father's Day once again to everybody. My love and prayers and healing energy being sent to the dads or those whose fathers may have made their transition, or, are in the lower vibrations today. You are seen, you are heard, you are very much always validated here. But yeah, if not, come back. Every morning, Monday to Friday, I will share a little bit of psychic message for you. And thank you to everyone that's been leaving the feedback, that's been liking and leaving feedback, especially everyone on Facebook. You guys are friggin' legends. I love yous. You know, that's the reason why I do it. So yeah. But you're welcome, Wendy. You're welcome. Okay, friends, I'm letting my hair down and going to the shops. The lucky man must be out there. Definitely. Lisette, I feel like you will more so meet them through work-related activities, or you might go, I'm going to go to learn pottery or something, and they happen to be at the pottery thing. Um, but yeah, yeah, but yeah, I love it, Lisette. Love it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thanks so much for being here. If you're watching the replay, g'day. And if you need me, well, my links are down below. Have a wonderful day, everyone.